the how many student details you need to store, that is also that is already given in the problem statement. That is, make a sample data for 3 students. Okay, you need to create 3 student details comprise of all this information. So that is using XML. Now once you have created the data, you need to apply the style. Okay, so you can create an external style sheet, create a CSS style sheet and use it to display the document. Okay, so you need to apply the style to display whatever the data you want to display about the student information. So for that you need to create a cascading style sheet. Okay, this is a okay. So this is a program. Just give me a minute. I'll just add 2 more student details here. So you can add your details, the 3 student details. So it should contain name, USN, college, branch. Okay. Also the year of pass out. Okay. So let me start. So here this is going to be different compared to the previous file or the programs. So here you need to save this file as .xml. Okay, for that you need to start with the XML tag, that is question mark XML style sheet. This indicates this is of type file XML. Then you are going to specify, in case if you want to apply any style with the external style sheet, you can go with the href5.css. Okay, so this is the name I have given. I have created a external style sheet and the name it is given 5.css. I am just referring that. So next, as usual, you just add the HTML code here. Okay, so your heading I have given student description in the head section. Next, I am creating a tag called students, because now I want to give the complete detail of the student. So this is the main tag students. Under that, I am going to create one more tag called student. So this is indicating for each individual student. Can you see? So this is for individual student detail. Okay, so here it is not necessarily how to use the same name. You can use any name. Okay, you can use any name. So that indicates that is one particular student. So that is the user defined tag. This is user defined tag. Even students, this is also user defined tag, and this is also user defined tag. USN, once again it is a user defined tag. You just give the details using these tags. USN, the USN of the student, then name of the student, then college, branch, okay, year, email. Okay, there should be an opening tag and corresponding closing tag. And in between you need to specify what is the information. Okay, if I tell USN, so you need to specify USN of the student, name of the student, then college, then branch, then year, then email ID. Okay, so this is just for a single student. Similarly, according to the problem, you need to create 3 student details. So you just repeat the procedure for different students. Okay, so this is for a second student. Okay, once again add a student tag. Okay, indicating it is a different student, and the student details followed by name, USN, name, college, branch, year. Okay, similarly add the third student details. Okay, if you know how to add one student detail, you just copy paste and change the values. Okay, so that's all about XML. It is going to render this information on the document. But if you want to display with a specific style, then it requires to go for uh, okay, it requires to go for a style part. So first let's save this file. I have not yet saved. Is it any query here? Very simple program. Only thing is you should be closing the tags properly. That is very, very important. And beginning, the first line is also very, very important to tell that this is a XML file. Okay, to tell that this is a XML file, you need to use this statement. Okay, so that is tag question mark XML style sheet type text dot slash CSS. In case if you want to specify external style sheet, then give the reference here. Otherwise, you can add in the head section. Okay, so whichever it is comfortable, that can be added. Okay, so I'll be just saving in my folder. Okay, so that is file.xml. It is not HTML or PHP. You need to give the extension XML because it is of type XML program. Okay, so give the file name followed by extension .xml and save it. Similarly, so now let me just go to the browser. This is server. First check the server is started and go for localhost. Then just changing the location of the file. File.xml. Refresh. Go to lab program. Okay, can you see whatever the tags I have added? This is the output you are getting. So the data is dumped. So here I have not applied any style to the data. Okay, so the display of data is not done properly. So that you can do using CSS. Is it clear? So this is the output of this because I have not yet created file.css. That's why you are just getting this information. Whatever I have added in XML tags, so that is displaying like this without a CSS part. Any queries? If any queries, you can just ask me. So if anybody is doing parallelly, you can just do it. Okay, just the important line, you just note down this. Okay, till here, and followed by you can just write by yourself these details using user defined tags. These are all called user defined tags. Students, USN, name, college. This is not allowed in HTML. HTML supports only the predefined tags. Okay, so save this file. So it is better to save where you have saved the lab program file. Okay, you can give file.css. You can give any name. Just I am referring it as a file.css. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Now refresh the program. So now it should apply all this style. Okay, so you can just observe now it is applied the style whatever I have specified. So I think you people are already familiar with the CSS. I am not going in detail about this style. Okay, what it is given here. So student a description, that was the heading. It is there in the HTML. Okay, student description. I have not given any style for this. If you want, you can just add the style for that statement also. Then followed by the student tag. Okay, so I have three. Wherever student tag is used, it is going to apply the style, that is display black. Okay, and actually it is not displaying. We have not given any label for that actually. For student, we have not given any label. Display block and margin is top. From top it should be the location 10 pixel and color is navy blue, like that. Okay, you can just give whatever the color you want, then followed by USN. Okay, you can just see the changes that is happening parallelly. Okay, USN. So what are the display block, then margin left. Okay, it is 10 pixel and font size I have given for this, it is 14 pt. Then color is color of the font is red. Similarly for name. Okay, so this is as usual margin. I'm just giving a 20 pixel from the left side, and font size here it is 14 pt. You can just see the difference in the font size. Okay, for this is 14, this is 14. Maybe in the college name I have changed the font size. It is represented with 12 pt, and color given for this, it is maroon. Okay, so wherever it is there, this particular tag college, the same style it is going to apply. You can just see for all the three students, the college color, the college information, it is represented in maroon. Okay, similarly branch. So margin left, it is specified 20 pixel, font size is 12 pt, and color given, it is a purple. Then year, so margin 20 pixel, font 14 pt, and color is green. Okay, so this is how. Similarly you can just follow for the email. Okay, the thing is you need to, if it is an external style sheet, give the proper name, and the same name you need to refer here. Okay, XML style sheet type text slash css hyper reference py.css. Okay, it should be within this tag question mark. That's all about this program. So if you have any query you can ask, otherwise you can just wall, or I will just give 5 minutes time. I want you people to just parallelly complete this lab program. Okay, if you have done this, you can just go to the styling part. Go through the program. If you have any queries, let me. Anybody is doing paralleling? Say file name, most of the time I have observed, like you people, like the practice of giving .html or .php, yeah, you will give the same file name here. Don't give .html or .php. This is XML file and extension should be .xml. So you can just see even the icon of the file it is going to be different. Okay, you can see this is XML file and this is CSS file. Hopefully it is visible. The first two programs, the first two file. Okay, always don't forget when you are writing or when you are documenting, no, just specify the file name. What is the file name you need to give for that particular program? And parallelly, you can just save the external style sheet within the same folder. Okay, if you are locating some other place, then you have to give the complete path where that particular CSS file is existing. Is that clear? Any doubts? Everyone understood? Shreyas? Shreyas understood? Okay, next, let me go to the next program. So what is the next program? That is seventh one. So if I complete this now, I have completed 8 programs. Okay, after this, I have completed 8 programs. So I want everyone parallelly complete 8 programs. Still, if you are doing 1 or 2, just speed up and complete the programs. So I will try to complete remaining 2 programs within this week. If not, next week. Okay, and parallelly you prepare the document. Okay, what is the 7th program here? So write a PHP program to display a digital clock which display the current time of the server. Okay, you need to display the, you need to write a PHP code, very simple program. Okay, very simple, just one line of PHP code you need to write it. So that you will get the what is the time information of the current server, current time of the server, and also it should be keep on refreshing. Okay, automatically the time should keep on refreshing and it should give the updated time information. So let's go to the code. Okay, so this is only the statement for getting the date information. PHP, in PHP code you are going to write a, you are going to invoke a date function and you are displaying the date information, current server time information. So in terms of hours, minutes, a second. Okay, and if it is AM or PM, that you can specify accordingly. Okay, and one more important is meta tag here. So in meta tag, to get the updated time information, okay, periodically, like how the time is changing periodically, the web page should get refreshed by itself and give the updated time. For that, you need to write this http equi is equal to refresh. You need to specify this attribute in the meta tag. Okay. So let's see what is the output. There is nothing much, and whatever the style you want, you just represent this complete in the paragraph tag. Okay, and you can just apply some style for that paragraph using style tag, that is embedded style tag. So color, that is whatever the font I want to display. So the color I have specified it as white and font size is 90 pixel. Position I have given absolute. Okay, so by this time everybody should be knowing what is absolute, what is relative, all those things. Then from top 50%, that is from top the information or the date information, not date, it is time information is going to display from top 50% and left 50%. Okay. You can just observe. So the web page is refreshing periodically. You can just see accordingly you are getting the time information. This is the server information I am getting. Current time information of the server. So 7 indicates hours, minutes and seconds followed by is it AM or PM. Okay. So that's all about 7th program. So that's very easy. In case if you want to mod, you can just check some more functionalities that how you can set the time information. Okay. So I'll just go with one particular function called, you can just see the format how it is represented. So here depending on how you want to represent the time information, if you want to represent in 24 hours format, then you have to use the capital H. Okay. So here it is AM. So whatever I use capital H or small h, it does not going to change. But you should be knowing. Okay. So after 12 o'clock, okay, it is going to take this 13, 14 like that. The hours is represented in 24 hours format, capital H. And for small h indicates that is 12 hours format. So that is 1 to 12. Then minutes with leading zeros, that is 00 to 59. Seconds with leading 000 to 59. Okay. And meridian you can just specify using AM. You can specify A to indicate AM and you can specify P to represent PM. Okay. So this is a standard time information you should be knowing. Okay. Accordingly, however you want, is it 24 hours or 12 hours, you can just set it. In case if you want to set some default time zone, okay, this is the function used date default time zone set. Whatever the time zone you want to set, you can just specify within this and accordingly it is going to change. Can you see? Now it is changed. Before it was 7. Now according to this time zone, okay, it is telling it is 1, okay, 1 o'clock. You can just say it is going to refresh automatically. I am not doing anything. If I do any changes in the code, automatically it is going to take without refreshing, because you have written a code that is going to refresh by itself periodically. Okay, so this key is very important. You can just check it. What happens if I remove this? Okay, you can see it is not updating. The web page is not refreshing. You can see it is static. The date becomes static. So that's why. So this meta tag refresh is required. Okay, you can just try to execute this program. So no need to set. If you want to know more information about the time, you can set or you can work with all these functions. Default time zone, and you can just change the value. Whatever the time zone information you want, you can just pass that as a value to this function. So any queries?